Thanks for being here on the Gill Lane Show YouTube channel. We have a big, important announcement to make. Our show, the full episodes, are going to be Patreon exclusive.
So on Tuesday, June 4th, that will be our last YouTube episode, and you freeloaders will have to join us over on Patreon.
The YouTube channel will still be up and running. It'll just be running clips of our beefed up, improved Patreon episodes.
So check us out for free at patreon.com/The Gill Lane Show. And here's what's coming up this week. Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Gill Lane Show. My name is
Chris Kanya.
And with us, as always, we have
Bill Parker.
What's up?
And if you didn't have your coffee this morning, don't worry, because the very excited and electrifying
Chris Novelino
is here.
Hey.
You know, I was listening to some other podcasts, comedy podcasts, like our podcast. And I was like, you know, how could we emulate them, right? Maybe step into their world a little more. They're doing comedy, doing comedy. And I noticed, like at the top of the show, one of them will plug dates. And I thought, why don't I do that right now? You guys mind if I do that real fast?
Oh, no, not at all.
Fantastic.
That's a good idea.
Okay. May 2nd, June 3rd, July 12th, and August 10th.
Do you have any events on those dates, or are you just promoting a calendar?
Oh.
So you see, because what they do is go, hey, I have events coming up. I want you to buy tickets to or support in some way.
Okay.
So they're plugging not the date, they're plugging the event attached to the date. Is that what you're doing?
Right. No, I didn't actually pick up on that part. So I'll work on that, and I'll do it again next show. Okay.
I mean, look, Bill's going to be doing something on those days. You know, just probably nothing with an audience, I guess, is the problem.
Well, if I give him some heads up, maybe there will be an audience.
Actually, you have a pretty big bathroom.
It's true.
We could maybe we could fit the Lane Janes in there.
What a spectacle.
Woo!
Like August 3rd, I'll be doing laundry in my basement if washing and drying. Free admission.
If you want to see how I fold and fluff, come on out.
Look, May 3rd, I'm going to just wash them, forget to put them in the dryer, wake up the next day, and they all smell like that fungus.
Yeah. It's great.
So if you can make it out, that'd be great.
May 4th, my wife's going to ask me if anything's in the dryer, and I'm going to say yes. And be forced to go down and fold it all because she needs the wrinkle release.
And you'll be pausing one of the Star Wars movies on May 4th, of course.
Yeah, well, I'll be going to the movies, actually. They're re-releasing Star Wars movies for May 4th. Believe that?
Like all of them?
You know, I don't know if it's all of them, but The Phantom Menace for sure. They're putting back in the theaters.
Every time I hear a lightsaber now, I picture Darth lighting a smoke. That was one of my fave things.
Yeah.
He waves it a couple times. It's all ash. God damn it.
You mean
God damn it.
that's not how he would sound yet?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. My bad.
Shit.
These things will be the death of me.
I used to like to swim in a lava river.
Obi-Wan was my brother. Please don't send me down this path of Star Wars puns. We'll be here for the whole half an hour.
Speaking of promotion, you were talking about promoting dates. I have a
July 12th.
I have a story about promotion from this past weekend.
Okay.
So I went out to dinner, and I'm a big fan of dive bars. We talked about it on the show a few times. I'm out to dinner at this nice place, and I turn to my left, and this guy's wearing a hat that has a patch with the logo of this one dive bar that I like to go to once in a while. I don't go too often, but every once in a while you're in the area, you're like, oh, we got to hit this bar. It's called Coulter's.
Okay.
So I tap him. I'm like, that's a great hat. Love that bar. He goes, you love this bar? I go, yeah. Go there once in a while with, just like I explained to you. I go there once in a while when I'm in the area. He goes, what size shirt are you? I go, okay, weird transition. But I tell him my shirt size.
Odd question.
He goes, I'll be right back. So he comes back in like 3 minutes with a shirt from the bar. I guess he is the owner. So this is the shirt.
What? Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, shit.
Cool shirt, right?
Yeah.
That is a really cool shirt.
So I look at high quality. It's got like a custom tag on it. It's one of those, it's got like this thing on it, which I know it's a little detail, but you're like, this guy spent some money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely didn't. So
No, more than we're ever going to spend on you people.
It's fitted nice. It's like, around the arms perfectly.
Oh, you getting those guns showing off, Chris? Look at you. Oh, shit.
Sun's out, guns out.
That's right.
Wow.
Next, we got to hit. Next pun is sun's out, buns out. So everybody buckle up.
Go do squats. Squat season, people.
So I get the shirt. I'm like, that's awesome. I mean, what a great way. Obviously, he's the new owner, so he's promoting the business. That's why his shirt's on him, right? Mm-hmm. So the night goes on, and we find ourselves in that area. And it's top of mind at this point. So I'm like, let's swing into Coulter's.
Right.
So long
Does
story
Ann
short,
Coulter own this place?
who?
Ann Coulter? No?
I actually just heard an Ann Coulter story this weekend too. Somebody drove her
weird.
in Montana. Somebody was a black car driver I know in Montana and picked her up, and she didn't
what
tip.
car?
Was black car.
Okay.
And
let's
she
keep it
didn't
clean.
tip. That was his gripe about Ann Coulter. So anyway,
Keep Brace out of it next
so
time,
go-
though. Okay, Chris?
well, she doesn't. Why should I?
True.
Yeah. What state was this in?
Montana,
I said what?
Big Sky.
Not many people out there.
So I go to Coulter's, and I had to leave within 3 minutes because I almost got jumped.
What? For wearing a Coulter shirt? That's fucked up.
With the shirt on?
Not for wearing the shirt.
Oh.
There was a drunk guy. He's just starting shit with everyone. I'm killing him with kindness. Wasn't working, and so he called his friends I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying for no reason because for absolutely no reason. There are plenty of times where I should have been jumped for my mouth. This was not one of them.
Yeah, I've been there.
And it's funny because all of a sudden he's messing with me. This one short black dude stops him from messing with me, right? Well, that's what he. So it's important to the story. That guy calls him off, cools him down. So I go back to the people I was with, and then all of a sudden that guy who was messing with everyone gets on the phone, and 3 other short black dudes show up.
What?
And they start talking to each other and pointing at me.
So you're dealing with 4 Kevin Harts.
Yeah. Well, later that night, I said they were the Lollipop Guild from the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my Holy shit.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
Got out of there, and I know they were
I'd say.
coming. This kind of cemented the fact that they were looking to mess with me because I got out of there, and the person who was in the car behind me, she was making a U-turn to leave, and so she had to wait a half a second, and they came out and looked around after I left the bar. It was so weird, but anyway, I would have never went there and almost got jumped if it wasn't for a free T-shirt.
Wow. Thank God for that shirt. Were you wearing the shirt in the bar?
No, I got it that night. I wasn't just going to change shirts.
Well, if you're headed there, maybe. I just figured it was a chance. Because that'd be even worse, right?
Yeah.
You see somebody with the establishment's merch on, you don't jump them.
Well, that's true.
It's back to the old saying, no good shirt goes unpunished. So you
July
should have known that was coming.
Yeah, I went to Coulter's and all I got was this lousy T-shirt and my life threatened. So
But you've been there before plenty of times.
Yeah.
You said you like this place.
there are
You
theories,
still like this place.
but there are theories.
mean, do you still
it used to be walk-in, still smelled like smoke, construction worker, 7 years old, hunched over, drinking out of a mug, kind of like some people who know the Liberty was. And then the guy who owns the strip club bought it. So now, younger, different crowd, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it was a interesting turn of events from free T-shirt on a high to, kind of getting out of there to try to avoid violence all in 12, 6 hours, not even.
And now you're advertising for them.
It's a great shirt, though. I can't not.
It's a great shirt. It is.
It is. It is.
Doesn't have an address on it or nothing funky like that. It's just like a graphic T-shirt. I love it.
There's not like 3 guys pounding their fists into their hand.
It was weird. I mean, the guy's like he's trying to get me to say something to justify hitting me. So he's just getting your face kind of for no reason. And he's like, oh, what do you think that's funny? What'd you say? I'm like, oh, I just think you're, a good looking guy. You got great hair. You have hair like mine. It's great. He's like, are you saying I have a widow's peak? I'm like, no, you said that. You said that. I think your hair's great. Like, I'm just killing him like that,
Yeah.
That's when his buddy's like, hey, you're not going to get him. Just leave this, stop. So we called the other,
Dude, I think I would have just smashed a beer bottle across his face after like 2 comments. So he, out of all 3 of us, probably that should be in that situation to not have it escalate into. Were you with your wife?
Yeah.
Oh,
made it different.
All right, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, that made it a little different.
Yeah,
and,
you can't do it. You have to just back down and leave. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm with you guys, I'm fighting all Kevin Harts are getting fucking beat down.
You know how many people I told that story to like Kevin Hart's. I told that story to 3 or 4 people, and they're like, "So we're going back next Friday, huh?" I'm like, "No, I don't need to do that."
Yeah.
Like in the moment, sure, but I'm not planning to go back to a bar, Roadhouse style.
Yeah, I get it.
Where the fuck is everyone?
Yeah,
certainly not admitting on a podcast that you're planning to go commit assault.
Premeditated.
Right.
Yeah. But I like how you're like, your hair looks really nice.
Oh, it was so exaggerated.
I love those shoes.
He had no idea what to say to that. He just kept repeating himself. And
yeah. No, I'll tell you what he said. He called his friends and he was like, dude, get your asses over here. We got to go beat the shit out of this gay guy. I can't believe how fucking forward this guy was.
So many hate crimes were about to go down.
Yeah.
I was actually similar story. I was out this weekend and I saw a guy wearing a Rangers jersey, and I tapped him and I said, "Hey, man," I was like, "I love your Rangers jersey. It's great." He goes, "You love Rangers jerseys?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes out to his car, right? He comes back and he's like, "I'm actually Jeff Bukaboom," and then he gave me this shirt. That's great.
Was it brand new?
It was actually Jeff Bukaboom?
Yeah. Jeff Bukaboom gave me his shirt. Yeah. How about that? Isn't that crazy?
What the fuck?
Yeah. So then I went I was like swinging through the city and I was like, hey, why don't we stop at the Garden? Because I got the shirt, I go into the Garden, I get in there and oh man, there's a couple Capitals fans trying to fuck with me, and I was like, hey, I'm like, Ovechkin's pretty good, and he's like, fuck. So he called his buddies over. It was a whole thing. You know what I mean? But I was trying to kill him with kindness.
You're like, Ovechkin's got a nice ass. You right, guys?
I wanted to grab my Stanley Cup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mark Messier gave me his jock strap.
That's odd. There's a weird coincidence that both of those things happened to both of us separately.
It is strange. Yeah.
You guys are so like quantum, Like amazing. The same shit,
I think that was one of the kids' names at Coulter's.
Yeah.
But New York City area is buzzing right now, right? Because of
Hell yeah.
2 teams being in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't happen often, but the Rangers and Knicks both being good.
Right.
Everyone's going nuts for this.
So we talk about the one option for a team to root for regionally, like up here in Rochester. Everybody is a Bills fan, just about. And that's nice. It's a camaraderie. Everybody's rooting for the same thing. Controlled chaos, whatever you want to. All the benefits of that, but the benefits of your area is when this happens, right? While it's separate, a lot of the times there's enough people to make it feel like there's only one team for each sport when they're in the in the postseason, right?
Yeah. And they play in the same building, which happens to be the world's most famous arena, but also the most amazing place. Just the energy, right? Like this is when New York's at its best, right?
Yeah.
Like it's alive right now. And we're both good. Rangers had the President's Cup. Knicks get the 2 seed. I mean, it's not like we both snuck in the back door and are going to get our asses kicked in the first round. Like, as like happened in the recent past. Yeah. Like at Coulter's, for example. Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I went wrong. I went in the back door and they were like,
yeah, well, usually everything good happens when you do that, but not this time.
Poker in the front, liquor in the rear. You know what I'm saying, guys?
But you'll
There's an
see
actual bar
when
that
this
had that.
happens. If the Knicks are doing good, I'm dead serious. You go look up crime stats; they go down. Like everyone
believe that.
is
Yeah.
happy. It's so great because and it's also every day. Like Saturday was the Knicks, Sunday's the Rangers, today's the Knicks. At the time of this recording, then Tuesday night's Rangers, and then it just goes back and forth. And hopefully, if it's like 94, we take this all the way to June. Every other day, we're just rooting and just hanging on for dear life. It's such a great ride.
It's insane.
And
Absolutely insane.
for the people who are diehard sports fans all across the board, like you guys, I imagine it just the longer we can go with action-packed basketball and hockey, the shorter the NFL offseason feels, obviously, and it is. I mean,
yeah,
Absolutely.
because if you go to June, you get preseason games in 2 months.
Yeah. Training camp is July. So
yeah.
Jesus, I didn't even think about that. Man, that's great.
What a time to be alive.
You have such good information, Chris. You're the best.
Wow, is this postseason favorite teams in the run, Bill? That we're talking to right now.
Yeah. You see
Positive
me
Bill?
skipping around, you know?
Postseason positive, Bill.
Yeah, hugging people. I was at the Yankee game on Saturday. Knicks were playing at 6. Yankees were on, they played at 1. Atrocious game. It was so bad. It was the 9th inning before 3:00. So that was 2 hours later. It was the 9th inning. Nothing happened in this game. Went into extra 0-0. Yankees lost 2-0 in the 10th. Really just bad. But the weather was great. And there was a dude in the bleacher sitting by me wearing a Rangers hat, a Yankees jersey over a Rangers jersey. And he was taking the Rangers jersey off as it got warm and stuff with a Knicks jersey underneath it. This guy was ready.
Homeless. Wow, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he looked like Joey in that one episode of Friends where he's wearing all of Chandler's clothes at the same time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy boy, here it is.
Wait, Bill, will you tell the story about our mutual friend who you went to the game with and how he was acting in that intense moment?
Yeah, so it's bottom of the ninth. This is so funny. I didn't even mention it to him. So when he's listening, he'll probably laugh about this. But it's bottom of the ninth, and Juan Soto's up. Now, if Juan Soto hits a home run, this game's over because it's 0-0. It's it. So the whole bleachers are standing up clapping, and he taps me, and he goes, "Hey, I watched my Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 last night."
Mo, do you know who this person is?
No, I don't know who he went with.
You can say it. We'll beep it.
No, it was.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched my big.
Which, by the way, for him was a whole movie.
Speaking of back doors.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, and I didn't even have time to really laugh about it because the pitch was, the next pitch was about to happen. I was like, that's so funny that's on your mind right now. Because I have nothing else going on in my dome except for this walk-off,
It's still it's also like a 10-year-old movie. It's not like he just saw.
No, I think it's new. It's part 3, right? I think it just released or something. Because I believe a couple weeks ago I told him about it. I don't even think he knew.
Yeah. 2023.
You got to be excited, huh? He's like, about what? There's a new Big Fat Greek Wedding movie coming out, guy.
Oh my God.
It's about a year old. I take it back.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Soto's at the plate, knocking the mud out of his cleats, thinking I gotta really watch that my Greek Wedding.
What made him think of that? I wonder.
I don't know half the things that make him think of stuff like.
We complain about people who don't stop talking, right? And especially on the job site. He's one I don't mind.
Yeah,
I can listen to him all day.
Oh yeah.
And in his defense,
he's got
not
stories.
an enormous sports fan to the level of psychosis, right? Like we are. So it's kind of we got to adjust the measuring stick a bit. But that is hilarious.
I'd say he's right there with us.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to ease the blow of my Greek Wedding comment.
Why? It's hilarious.
I'm trying to make this. Yeah, that's true.
I laughed about it on the way home because then I remembered. I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. He did say that." It's great. But we had a great time.
Yeah,
The weather was great,
yeah.
you know, so it's like, and everybody was, like you said, the whole city's a buzz because even the Islanders are in the playoffs. So,
Oh God.
And it was a big Yankee game, right? You had the John Sterling news, the ceremony, right? We didn't talk about that because we recorded right before that news broke last week.
yeah, yep. Susan Waldman, oh, was she upset? You know?
Oh
She's
my God.
very, very upset about John leaving the box. You know, she can't even say it anymore. You know?
Well, they could have done the hiring and have been like, we're only taking applications from people named John.
They should have. Yeah.
Yeah.
John? Where are you, John?
John! They saw our bit and they were like, yes, only get John's. We need this to continue on this show.
Can I show the picture that you sent to the group here, Bill?
Yeah. There's me, Susan Waldman in the background. Right there, she's describing the one time Bernie Williams and Tino Martinez double teamed her. She loved it.
How long did this last, Susan? This for 20 years altogether. That's
They were all together fucking me in the ass. Yeah. They're like, what does this have to do with John Sterling? Because it was high, far, and gone. All the dicks. You ever have a pair of balls slap off your ass? It's unbelievable, the feeling. It's great.
Obviously, you haven't if you're not excited right now.
What are we talking about again?
Anyway. John? We got to the game a little later than I wanted to, but we were on. The craziest thing was the line to get in. I don't know if they didn't have enough staff to let everybody in. The line was insane to get in, but they had this like separate entrance it said clear, almost like I guess like the airports, right? If you had this app, you could just go through that line and there's nobody on it. So we're on the big line, and my wife just says to the guy like, "How do I get through here? Just tell me." He goes, "Just download the app right now. You can walk right through." He goes, "You can actually download it while you're just walking towards it." So we do that. We saved ourselves probably 25 minutes. I probably would have even seen first pitch. It was so insane, the lines to get in that day. It was insane.
What does this app ask you? Does it ask you for a driver's license?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't really ask. She did it, and we just walked. And by the way, they didn't even check. We just walked right in. So
That's so New York.
yeah, it's so New York
beautiful
to be
thing.
like, how do I get in here, guy? Help me out. Also,
was there
right?
a bobblehead also or something?
They were giving
What was
away a
going on?
bobblehead. There was no chance of getting that by the time I got there. The traffic was bad, you know.
So that wasn't even holding the lineup.
Once you get like right before the GWB, it's just bumper to bumper all the way to your park. So
Fucking disgusting.
yeah, I'm honestly thinking I just might take the train from now on, even though it's much long. Like it's actually not even that much longer. Maybe like half an hour longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have one obligation, one responsibility. Get on that train. That's it. You know, then you're kind of done for the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could drink at that point.
You can
Sure.
drink. Yeah, you're allowed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, once you hit that traffic, people are outside their car pissing and everything else. Like, they're like, you have that much time that you know you're not going to move in a fucking inch that you could go and defecate and piss all over the side of that fucking ramp in that highway.
I do not miss that kind of traffic.
Verbalizing it.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's and it was this beautiful Saturday afternoon. So, everyone's heading into the city at the same time to go enjoy the day. And also there's the next playoff game, so it's double the,
Yeah.
I love the train. I mean, I do miss having that convenience of jumping on because I don't know everything about it, right? Seeing other jerseys when you're in your cart, everybody's in for that good time of a day game, and there's something about coming up from underneath the reveal of the Bronx streets and the stadium. I just like when you go up the stairs and turn that corner. However it works out, there's just like we're here. Like I always remember when I go back to New York City after a long time and you come up the stairs, the building seems so massive, especially if you haven't seen them in a long time or you're not around them much. It's just it's one of those better feelings of 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 just the start of the day.
Yeah, a lot of that's lost on people who live in the city. That's why
yeah.
it's nicer to just go outside the city and travel in, because if you're in the middle of that fucking mayhem, you don't even know. It's like sensory adaptation. You don't even know what's happening anymore. When you come into it, it's like bang. Kind of like when you walk out of the tunnel at a stadium, right? When it opens up to the stadium and all the seats from that one little tiny carved out square of concrete, it's like fucking amazing.
You get the slow build of the crowd noise too. It's
yeah. Yeah. That was good.
Thanks.
That was way better than mine.
You're like,
but yes.
right? Like,
I just have a stroke and shit my pants.
You're like, yeah. You're like, you just see the blades of grass blowing in the wind and that sound that comes over. It's like, I don't think you should get your ears checked.
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly what it sounds like.
You're like the guy from Police Academy, but a misfire somewhere.
It's really good something. Just
You
the
don't
wrong
do any
thing.
good impressions?
Yeah.
You're the opposite?
You hear the vendors going, ka-ka-ka! Peanuts.
When they release the pitch and the crack sound from the bat when it hits the ball, it's like meow.
When you hear that 100-mile-an-hour fastball hit that catcher's mitt, like
It's priceless.
You're like
Priceless.
you're like the guy from the defund the police academy.
Jesus Christ. That ugly fan.
Speaking of sound effects, let's listen to this video here. Ready?
sure.
Yeah.
Speed! I'm actually too scared.
You got no.
You got this.
That was literally perfect. Just keep your speed. You'll go right over.
Okay.
You'll be okay. You got it.
You guys are trying to kill
I
us.
think he's gonna be
No,
okay.
you're not.
Yeah, this is going to be fine.
Yeah, this video has 3 million likes because everything went a-okay.
Yeah, exactly. I like how you paused it with just the word head on the screen.
All right.
Because I got a good feeling he might not have one in about 5 minutes.
For the listening audience, it's a kid who's on a mountain bike of some sort. They're in the woods with a group of other kids, and there's this hill that he's trying to do a jump off of, it seems. He rolled up to it, stopped, got a little scared, and his friends are encouraging him to try it again at full speed.
We've all been there too. Your friends
Yeah,
are like, you got this, dude.
Mhm.
And you're like, I don't know if I do, but your friends are like, we believe in you, because your friends either do believe in you or they want you to die.
And
Right.
at that same time, you're thinking of, if you've ever done this successfully, there's no better feeling as a kid than getting encouraged by your
Yeah.
friends to do something risky and you nail it. That feeling right there is, if you put it in a bottle, you'd be a millionaire.
You nail it and disappoint them that they didn't get to see blood. Yeah. But one little correction. I think I see is that an adult in the shot right now?
I think it's
It's not just his friends.
Just
I
a
heard
tall kid.
Well, let's find out. I don't know.
He has protection.
True.
Ready, Carter?
You got
Come on,
condoms on
Carter.
him?
All right.
You got
All
this,
right,
Carter.
Carter.
Speed.
Oh man.
Let's go, Carter.
Full speed.
Oh, shit! Are you good? Carter.
No, he's not good.
Oh, Carter. I thought he had it.
That's just Carter being Carter. You know what I mean?
His body's being cartered off.
They're gonna call him Recarter.
Look, nice pause right here. Look, this kid has lifetime trauma at this moment.
Come on, Carter.
Well, eating without a straw is going to be a lot Carter now.
Well. Hopefully he's okay.
Look
I
at
mean,
this.
his right arm
Here's
does
a
look
genius.
severely broken.
Oh, it's done. I like the genius in the comments. I bet Full Speed Kid hasn't jumped shit in his life.
You think?
You think? I guess I can tell you right now, he will never jump shit again in his life.
No. It's over.
But yeah, his arm's not supposed to bend that way. That's definitely a no. That's definitely a no.
Like when I was young, I wasn't the risk taker with stuff like this. We'd be rollerblading around when we were younger, Mo and Leo jumping down like flights of stairs, and I'm like, I know how it ends for me, and it's going to be brain injury. So I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna skate around and not do this. And Carter maybe needs to realize that maybe daredevil tricks not his forte. Just ride your bike around.
Carter just has to get good at filming videos, and he could be the filmer, right? He could.
That's true.
You know,
yep.
there's a spot for everyone.
Yeah.
Well. You ever watch the people filming? They also need skills, number one, to do most of the trick. And secondly, I almost feel like they need to be more skilled because they're always like facing the guy doing the thing. I'm like, maybe going 40 miles an hour on a skateboard backwards and not looking is not the greatest fucking career choice.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe Carter might just take accounting in school, Carter. Okay. Do something where you don't go outdoors.
Yeah, Carter, maybe you fix bikes from kids that are crashing over jumps. Maybe you do that.
Use this to you could get started now practicing on your own. You fucking
Carter's
peer
bike
pressured
repair.
idiot.
I can see it already.
Peer pressured idiot.
You fucking peer pressured fucking gullible idiot.
Come on, do the line, Carter. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's just fentanyl.
I heard fentanyl's good for you. Carter doesn't read much. That's what you tell your other friend. Don't worry, Carter don't read much. Matter of fact, I don't even think he can read. We didn't get that far in school yet. But now, you brought up a good point. I remember we were nuts. We'd skate around town and we'd be jumping over because we would go out with skateboarders and like they had nothing attached to their foot, so we could jump like bigger things, and it was always like you got that wow moment, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think we encouraged other people to do it.
We called you fruit booters. Us skateboarders called you guys fruit booters, the rollerbladers.
There was some animosity between the two. That you want to bring up right now, but okay.
Well, let's hash it out right fucking now.
No,
Chris,
actually, how about we hash it out over on Patreon, where we will be full time in several weeks from now. So make sure you sign up and at least check it out. Free trials are available at patreon.com/the Gill Lane Show. So we'll hash out skateboarders versus rollerbladers. We also have an update on the bobblehead hustle in New York City. How AI is getting used now in competition.
Fuck yeah.
And more. Again, patreon.com/the Gill Lane Show. We will see you over there. Anything else, Bill?
Yeah, I just want to also say I have something for you guys over on Patreon that people liked before we did on Patreon. I have the fake Florida story game.
Oh, yes.
Huh?
This is good.
And also one more thing before I go. June 22nd, July 19th, September 4th.
I think you're still missing a huge chunk of
Am I?
Yeah. Well, hey.
Well, look.
This is a process.
Okay.
We'll get there.
I trust the process.
Mo, anything else?
Just nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love.
December 4th.
I